The war is perhaps most profoundly being felt in the southern city of Mariupol. President Selenskyj says the city is being, quote, and I do quote him here, reduced to ashes. Mariupol remains encircled and is constantly being bombed. Buildings used as sheltered are getting blown up, and for hundreds of thousands of people, there is no way out. These factories hit by some of the latest Russian strikes. Satellite images from March the 19th show destruction to a residential neighborhood, as well as to vehicles said to be Russian tanks. Well, CNN's Ivan Watson caught up with a family that managed to get out of that city. They described the siege as hell, where even something as simple as getting drinking water can be a matter of life or death. Here's his report.
Children at play, frolicking in an arcade meant to host games of laser tag. But these are not normal times. The owners here have turned their children's entertainment business into a makeshift shelter, a place to house dozens of Ukrainians who just fled the besieged port city of Mariupol.
The last couple of weeks were being like a hell.
Dmitry Shvets, his wife Tanya, and their daughter Vlada escaped Mariupol on Thursday. They endured weeks of Russian bombardment from artillery and airstrikes.
Each 15-20 minutes, you can listen the airplane. It was like targeted, and then the sound, ba-bam.
Tanya kept a journal. March 2nd, day 7 of the war. Nothing's changed, she writes. No electricity or heat, and there's no running water now as well. They lived in the basement, and when they emerged, Tanya took photos and videos of their apartment building pockmarked with bullet holes, unexploded shells in residential streets, desperate people looting a bomb-damaged store for food.
The problem is water. There is no water to drink.
They scavenged for drinking water, pulling buckets from street sewers.
If we were taking the water from the rainwater, taking the rain, waiting for the rainwater.
Heavy shelling on nearby houses, Tanya wrote on March 5th. We all went to sleep with the thought of how to survive and stay alive. One day a shell exploded near Dmitry as he stood in line for water.
The bomb fell down and killed like 3 people in front of us. One guy was without head, who was like taking the water. Another one in the line was like a half of the head. And the last one was killed. With my own eyes, like not in a general, like 3 people completely I saw killed, and we were making the grave for them.
You dug a grave for them?
Yes.
In your neighborhood?
Yes.
Finally, it was all too much.
The last day I saw my father, because my mother was completely destroyed mentally. I mean, it was like a complete depression, was sitting in the cellar, and even she haven't left the cellar since the beginning of the war, just staying inside, unfortunately. And the last day I saw my father, and he begged me, like, please, guys, leave somewhere, I don't know where, just escape this, and he was crying.
Dmitry and his wife and daughter piled into a car with friends and spent 15 hours driving through Russian front lines to escape the siege of Mariupol. Their parents refused to leave.
I don't know if I'm going to see my parents or listen to my parents again. I don't know, no idea. It's like living from day to day. Today we are alive, tomorrow maybe not.
In the relative safety of this arcade built to entertain children, the kids welcome the escape from the conflict.
I
really want to say hello to other children, Tanya's 7-year-old daughter Vlada says, and I want the war to end quickly. Her parents appear haunted, clearly traumatized. Tanya gets a call from her mother in Mariupol, weeping and saying goodbye because she fears she will not survive the night. Ivan Watson, CNN, Dnipro, Ukraine.